Hey everyone, it's Lynn Beat21 here. I've got a video with some doilies for sale. I know a few of you out there have been asking me for them, so got lots of new ones, and so I'm going to crack on. Right, I'm going to give each doily a number because some of them are quite similar. So if you see anything you like, just write down the number, okay? Right, just put these over here. Right, this is number 1. Right, D1, and it's sort of like a beigey taupey colour. Not really a cream. It's coming over as a cream on the camera, but it's not really a cream. It's more of a between a beige and a taupe. A lovely, and this was definitely a vintage. It was actually a like a bed cover thing. I don't know what you'd call it. An eiderdown. Would you call it an eiderdown? I don't know. Anyway, so that's B1, and it's about 3.5 inches, and they are most of them are £1 for 10, unless I say so. This one is £1. You get a 10 for £1. Right, and then there is a small one which was the connector. Cute little one, this one. This would be good for, you know, in a flower. This one's just under 2 inches, and that's 75p for 10. So that's D2. Right, D3 is a large. I'm just seeing which way round it goes. Yes, that way round. This is D2, and this is a large white sort of snowflake star type ones with these little they're called picot, little picot. That's the name of the stitch. It's called a picot stitch on the corners. I'm gonna have a bit closer. You can see it's quite big by the size on my hand, and it is actually 6 inches from a point to a point, and they're £1 for 10 for £1. So that was D2. D3 is a large sort of, oh, I haven't cut the these pieces here have got to be cut off. Sorry, I missed that one. I'll cut them off before I send it out, obviously. Just make sure I got it the right way round. Nope, that's that way. This is like a dark cream, although it's coming over quite light again. Lovely, very fine cotton they've used on this, with a very small hook. You can see in the middle here, look, probably was like a smaller than a size 1, I would have said. I mean, I've been using a 1 on some of my buttons and stuff like this, and it don't come out this fine, so it's got to be finer than that. Beautiful sort of like edging round them, and these measure 5 inches, so those are 10 for £1 as well. So that was D3. Right, we're going to go on D4. This is a large, yeah, this is a large, not a large, a small square. I've had this one before, but I haven't got many left now. This is definitely a taupe. If I bring that one back over, you can see the difference. So it's definitely a taupe. This one measures 3 inches. So again, 10 for £1. This again is another square one. Let me get it right way round. Yep, had this one before. Got a few of these left. Sorry, just trying to get it right. This one measures 4 inches. Nice sort of open work one. And that one again is 10 for £1. Right, this one, D6, and it's white, round, has a little raised part in the middle. I've got several with that. But this one was a bit more expensive, so I can only do 7 of these for £1 to break, to break even on what I paid for it. So it is lovely, and it's very, very fine. Again, a fine, very small hook. And as a crocheter myself, I can appreciate the work that's gone into these, because I know how long it would take to do something this fine. So this one measures, oh, I didn't measure it. Hang on a minute. Let's get the tape measure. Sorry, about 4 inches. So that one measures 4 inches. And then this one has got a D6 small. So this was the a middle connecting the round one to each other, and it's sort of little focus, a bit like a snowflake, I suppose. Again, very good for like flowers, to building up your flowers, and you could even fold it sort of like at an angle and actually make a flower. I have been sort of trying to make some of them, but I haven't got round to it yet. Right, so that was D6 small, and that one was 2 1/4 inches, and that one's 1/10 for £1, because this cover, the cover cost me more money, so not so many for your buck. Not so, what is it? Not so much bang for your buck, is it? They say. Right, D7. This is another square one. I love this one. I love the detail in this. And you can do a lot with this one. You could, if you wanted to, you could cut across there, there, and there. And you could have a square, but then you would also have 4 sort of like petals to use on another project. But I love it as it is. Right, I'll bring it up. Again, this is another fine work one. Beautiful. And the colour, again, sort of like a creamy, tall piece colour. 3 1/2 inches. That one across. 10 for £1. This one is like a white cottony material, and this has got a slight little raised middle. This one isn't vintage. This is sort of like a modern day one, I would have said. It's got no wear at all. I don't think it's, I think it's been washed, because it's actually made out of a cotton, and it looks as though it's been washed, but that's it. So this one is 4 1/4 inches across, and they're 10 for £1. D9 is a round sort of Catherine wheelie type one. It's 3 1/2 inches, and that one, sorry, D9 is 10 for £1. I will go through them again at the end, just to make double sure that you're clear on the numbers. Yeah, just making sure I had it right. It's hard to hold these bigger ones. Right, this one's got like a little flower in the middle, quite a big one, this one. Where did I get to? 4 1/4 inches, this one. And this one, again, 10 for £1. Right, I've got a tiny little white one I've had before. Now, I was a bit disappointed with this one, because when I saw it and I bought it, I thought it was lovely. But when I started cutting it to cut the doilies off, I could see that I was going to have trouble with it, but that's the way it is. And if you didn't like them, like where they're cut, some of them have cut, you could just snip them off here where my thumb is. Just snip them off. It wouldn't come undone. Just snip them off all the way around, and you would just have like a little flower. So that one is 2.5 inches, and it's £1.15 for £1, that one. And that one is D11, D12. This one is taupe. I've had this one before. I've got a few left of this one. This one is 3.5 inches, and it is 10 for £1. This one is a new one, D13. It's like an off-white, and this is like a very soft wool rather than like a cotton, which is usually used in crochet. I was a bit disappointed with it, and I'm doing this. This is 2.5 inches, and I'm doing this one at 15 for £1. This one is another one with a little raised middle. In fact, it's more or less exactly the same as D8, but it's a bit smaller. This one is only 3 3/4 inches, where the other one was 4 1/4. And again, this one is 10 for £1. We have the adjoining one for that one, which is like a square, and this is 1 3/4 inches, and this one is 15 for £1. Right, I'll just go through them quickly because I'm at 12 minutes. Right, this is D1, D1 small, D2, sorry about moving, let's bring them back over here a bit, trying to, D3, D4, D5, D6, D6 small, my favourite, D7, D8, D9, sorry, D9, D10, D10 even, D11, D12, D13, D14, and D14 small. Okay, right, if you're interested in any of them, I'm going to put pictures of them up on my Facebook page, The Bead Fairy, not my own Facebook, you know, Lynn Kent, The Bead Fairy. Just go along and have a look. You'll be able to see them a bit more detailed on the photos. If you're interested, you could either leave a message underneath the photo of the one that you would like. You can message me here on YouTube, or you could message me on Facebook under my normal page, which is Lynn Kent, or my email address is beadfairy@hotmail.co.uk. Okay, if you've got any questions, just ask. Okay, that's it for now. So bye for now.